What's going on? It's your boy Chris Dubs from WinNowENT. Follow the movement official WinNow on Twitter, Chris Dubs _ on Twitter. This is my third video blog that I'm doing so far. Last week I did the Dream Card matchup. This week, or the week before that, I did the TRL Week in Review shit. This week I originally wanted to do like a blog of the most underrated battle artists, but then I realized that there was something else I wanted to address, and it's just that I had to get off my chest. The way that, and that blog will get done after next week, because next week I'm doing the Unfinished Business 2 predictions, and then so the following week I'll get it done. But yeah, I just needed to talk about how, like, and I won't say names because that's not what I'm here for, but the bloggers nowadays are just, in battle rap, are just too much so after, like, the bullshit stories. Excuse my language, you know what I'm saying? The story just about, like, the bullshit. Not, like, you know what I'm saying? Not keeping it culture, not what the culture is about, and that's bars. And, you know, there's too much, like, or should I say, there's not enough of, like, genuineness with it anymore. It's too much people just trying to say, oh, who can make up the funniest meme, or who can say the funniest thing about any certain situation in the battle world today. And quite frankly, to me, it's getting corny. I know me, WinNowENT, y'all never see me post any of that corny stuff, but and again, I'm not gonna say no names, but there's just been a lot of just situations just in battle rap that are just downright annoying. Like, I ain't gonna say names, but there was a video on the internet of some cat getting his girl getting pocket checked by another battle rapper, and instead of like frowning down on the dude who pocket checked the female, which is absolutely like bitch, like that's wild corny to do that to a female, but the fact of us scolding him, we almost praised him when we gave it promotion, like saying, oh, even if you're talking about it just to give it, just say, oh, what would you have done in this situation? That's wild. You can't do that. Like, that's just bringing more attention. That clip of the guy pocket checking a female. Think about that, by the way. A man putting his hands on a female. So that's corny in general. But that got more clips in the actual battle. And the cat who got his girl pocket checked called a swift 30. Like a swift 30 on this cat. But of course, thanks to these bloggers, I'm not gonna say no. I'll say the names of the people who I respect towards the end, but thanks to some of these bloggers, it's become just downright sad, man. And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm still relatively new to the culture, but I got the utmost respect for it. Like, I would never try to promote the bullshit of let me make a funny ass meme out of a certain situation. And it's not just that. It's the people who, the fans are gonna be fans. They want to be dickheads. They want to be dickheads. It's like whatever. They're gonna post shit about it. But if you're a blogger, I'm trying to find a word to describe it. For any new battle rap fan coming in and they want to check, what are the blogs like? And someone who's like on the fence about getting into battle rap, and they go to the bloggers and they see, this is what they talk about. Like, that's why the culture can't grow. The culture isn't going to be able to grow because the main reason is one. If people who are in positions of higher ups come in and they see this type of stuff in blogs and they say, this is what they promote in this culture? Hell no, we ain't going to see this. It's already hard enough to push the culture when you see shit like what happened over at Irving Plaza the other night, and RIP to Troy Ave man and whatnot. But it was a sad situation, and now it's going to be even harder to book the hip-hop culture. And that's something that it doesn't get talked about enough, is the fact that the bloggers are hurting. Not all bloggers. Not all bloggers. There's some good ones out there. I'll talk to them. That are just hurting the culture. And it's not cool. It's not, and I feel like, which is why the name of this blog is Keep It Culture, you know what I'm saying, is because the culture of this is bars, like it's competition, where instead it's turned into like in a bad way, WWE wrestling. Like, and they used to be in a good way, but now it's in a bad way. Like, it's too much extra shit, and these bloggers just hype it up. Like, if there's a beef, I can understand if there's a fight on stage, you got to talk about the fight, because that's huge. Like, when Gun Titles and NWX had the fight, that's something you got to talk about. I'm not even mad at that, you know, because I was talking about it. But when it's a small situation, like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying, cats, I heard they were saying this about such and such. This is, dude, like, let's keep it what it is bars. Like, let's keep it rap, not to sound corny, not to sound, oh, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. Why can't cats just keep it rap? And to me, the main reason why I had to have this blog, and I'm not going to ramble on because there's other things I want to talk about the culture, is the day the bloggers started running battle rap, that's the day it started going down. You feel me? Like, it should have stayed ran by the battle rappers, essentially. Now it's, you know what I'm saying, they're like fight promoters almost, the bloggers hyping shit up. But I don't know, that's just something I had to get off my chest. And there's some bloggers I fuck with. The following pages that speak on battle rap I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Chris Unbiased. I fuck with my fault. I fuck with the PG bloggers. They talk about good shit. I fuck with obviously I fuck with the good folks at TRL.TV. I fuck with my boy Maj on Twitter. I don't know if y'all follow his Twitter at Maj Hates All. He got some good shit. He talks it really one of the best written reviews. Like, after a battle, he talks about what it is. He talks about, you know what I'm saying, bars. There's some other good shit that just good blogging. You know what I'm saying? BattleRap.com. Obviously they have good blogs. You know what I'm saying? It's just some of these shits I just cannot get down with. You know, and it's, I don't know, it's, again, I ain't gonna say no names, because, you know what I'm saying, that'd be wild to do. But, and if I missed you, you know what I'm saying, I'm just naming the ones that I definitely fuck with off the rip. But, yeah, some of these blogs, somebody's gotta make a change. And it's gotta be soon. But I ain't gonna talk about all the negative shit. I just wanted to talk about battle rap, essentially, where I guess it should go in terms of, like, cats just doing too much in battles, like doing too much for the views in battles, like just a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For example, like I mentioned the pocket check situation earlier, but I mentioned even if it isn't to a female, like to a male, and I'm like, y'all can say, oh, he's soft, he don't know what he's talking about, ugly nigga, no mustache ass nigga. I don't give a fuck. Good criticism, all of it, I appreciate it. But the fact that people endorse, like, yo, touch him, oh yeah, slap his pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit according to me at least. Why are cats, back in the day, that shit wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was getting hooked off on if you tap somebody's pockets. So my whole shit is, why is that promoted nowadays, where if someone does it, it's like, oh, because that, at the end of the day, is what's hurting it. When you got niggas, why are cats touching? It's got to be a situation where at some point, when is enough? Because one thing leads to another. It's a domino effect. We saw what happened. Cats violating each other's spaces, talking all up in cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, you know, you shouldn't be heated or shouldn't be competitive. But at some point, we got to draw the line. Like, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only one point until a huge just brawl just breaks out. Like, worse than any of the Mad situations, worse than the NWX situations. Like, these cats are still real and heavy in the streets. Like, until somebody just gets popped on, when are we going to learn that enough is enough? And I don't know. This is just my take on it. I think a lot of people, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all thinking, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's just a select few. But I think some people, they do too much. And y'all, I battle. Y'all seen me battle. You know what I'm saying? I get in the face when I got to, but on the most part, I'm keeping it bars. I'm keeping it what the culture is. And I think the culture has turned into too much extracurricular shit than just bars. Because the fact that someone's bars could be a 9 and yours could be a 7 in that battle. But if your performance was like a little was like a 10 and theirs was a 5, and I ain't knocking it because I perform in my battles, but you would win that battle. Now again, I'm not knocking it because you know what I'm saying, I perform. I like to act out everything that I'm doing, but at some point we gotta realize that if the bars were better, just because one dude is more animated than the other, like, why are we gonna give him the battle? You know what I'm saying? When the culture is mainly based about bars, and again, I could be wrong. Feel free to let me know. If I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, genuinely just say, hey, yo, Dubs, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's bullshit. Like, don't speak on this shit. I don't mind. But this is the only reason why I just had to bring it up, is because it's just like, cats have said I've lost battles because I might have had the better bars, but you know what I'm saying, performance back in my early days. But it's like, if the bars was there, isn't that what it is at the end of the day? Isn't it about bars? And I understand that now in the new age battle rap is different, so I'm not gonna stress. But that's just the main. That's one of the things all the extracurricular activities that cats be doing nowadays. It's just like, when is enough enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, there's a fine line between doing too much and putting on a show, but. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Just a little announcement I got coming up. I have the DM interview series is coming back. I have one with a couple of my boys at TRL. I got one with June, and I got one with Slim. It should be coming up within the next week or so. It's a series called The Journey, where I document some of the cats at TRL, like, you know what I'm saying, who, like, their journey through, like, climbing the ranks and shit at TRL. But, yeah, that's basically all I had to say today. It's a short blog this week. Next week I'll do some Unfinished Business 2 predictions. As always, follow the movement, official win now, on Twitter, and ChrisDubs_. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know, you know what I'm saying, this is more of the story, just keep it culture. Signing off, salute.